Welcome back viewers. In today's video we are going to do the installation of PeppermintOS. So there are two versions of PeppermintOS. One of the ISO is based on the Debian bookworm. The other ISO is based on the Debian Chimera. So let us do the installation of the Debian based Peppermint ISO. So the ISO size is around 1.6 GB. It is very light. Only minimum number of application packages are included in this Peppermint OS Debian based ISO, and you can after the installation add the packages as you wish. So you can install all those applications you want to use. So nothing extra is given, no bloatware is there. It is very minimal, and we will do the installation. We will check out the Calamars installer in this video. So Peppermint comes with the Calamars installer. So we will check out what features are available in the Calamars installer, what kind of file systems are available, what kind of the partitions schemes are available. So let us start. Yes, now let us do the Peppermint is based on Debian, so we can use any of the Debian template. So I'm going to use Debian 11 here. So we will go with the standard memory resources. So we will give standard memory resources to the virtual machine. So this is pretty standard in all my videos. 4 GB of memory and storage limit is around 30 GB. Will not enable the EFI. So here this is the grub menu. So here you can see the PeppermintOS AMD 64, that is the 64-bit installation. Then there is localization support. So you can select the language or select the local with the language that you want to install on your system. So different locales are available, you can see here. And if you don't select anything, so standard English local will be done. So here you can see lot many options are available, and also we can go back. So let us try to do the installation of the English local. So we will go with the English local. Yes, so I think it has now, just a moment. With the local, it directly went for the installation. I wanted to show you the other utilities. So I will force shut down it and we can restart this again. So that way I want to show you the utilities also. So here localization support we have seen. Now let us check out the utilities. So there is a failsafe mode, there is a hardware detection tool available. So these are the two tools available in the utilities, and there are recovery options also available. So here you can see you can recover the PeppermintOS on the different partitions of the hard disk. So these are the partitions available on my hard disk: SDA2, SDA3. Then there is this SSD, two partitions from the SSD, and these are the partitions of the MMC bulk P2. So this is the USB or the DVD partition. So the USB are inserted. So these are the USB partitions that are shown. So it is a since it's a virtual machine, it is all virtual. So we had used the ISO, but it will show like this here as a partition of a USB drive. Okay. So now let us select the localization support. So again we are going to select the English language only. So the splash screen is very beautiful looking, very minimal but very good looking. I am impressed by the splash screen. So the installer will come up on the screen. So this is how it looks. The first thing that we are going to do is we will change the display resolution. Yes, very beautiful looking desktop that we have got. This is a XFCE desktop, that is the flagship desktop of Peppermint. And what it everything, all this welcome app and everything we will do in the desktop review. So we are not going to touch this. So this will be a surprise for all of you. So we will keep the surprise waiting till the next video. Now we will directly go over to the installer. Yes, so this is the Calamars installer. So it has properly selected the region and zone for me, and the local system language, numbers and dates local is also perfectly selected. Only now keyboard layout has to be selected properly. That also, it is very easy. Next. So here you can use the erase disk option to partition the hard disk, or you can use the manual partitioning. And in the erase disk partitioning, you can see here there are 4 options for the swap: no swap, swap with no Hibernate, swap with Hibernate, and swap to file. And in the file systems, there are only 3 options: extended 4, file to file system, and the XFS. So not many options are available. So what we will do is we will go with the swap with Hibernate, and we will use the extended 4 file system, or we can go with the file to file system also. Let us try this. And there is also encryption option available. So we can go with the encryption option also if we want. And the bootloader location will be the master boot record. So we will keep the default bootloader location. Encryption we will not do. Let us go ahead with the installation. So I will type my name. Input a simple password. Next. So here you can see it will create a MS-DOS partition table. It will create the root partition, 22 GB root partition with the file to file system. Okay. Flag the file to file partition as boot. Create a 860 MB video with the Linux swap system. So the swap partition will be there, around 8 GB swap partition. And install the Peppermint on the new file too. So 2 partitions are there. The boot will be loaded on the root file system. You can see here. So the root partition will be around 22 GB, 8 GB of Linux swap, 8.6 GB of Linux swap, and the bootloader will be installed on the hard disk itself. So now let us start the installation. So the installation is, I think, quite fast. Okay, so the installation has completed in around 15 minutes. So that's not a very long time for the installation to complete. if you can compare this with the OpenSUSE installation typically takes around 40-45 minutes to be installed. So this is quite less in comparison. So the fastest installation is MX Linux. It will take less than 10 minutes. Typically 7-8 minutes is required. If you input all your inputs within 5 minutes, the installation will complete in another 3-4 minutes. So total 8 minutes to 10 minutes is the required time for MX Linux. And this took around 15 minutes to complete. And now I will stop the video here. See you in the next video where we will check out the desktop of PeppermintOS. Bye bye.